My name is YANFEI, top legal expert in Liyue, and for the avoidance of doubt, no one else comes close. From commercial litigation, to civil mediation, to criminal lawsuits, I'm fully versed in every area of the law, and I guarantee you a swift and satisfactory conclusion to your case.
Alright, so the patch 1.5 update is out, and today I'm going to be showcasing to you guys the 4-star Pyro Catalyst character, YANFEI. One of the recently added characters in the game, and here I'm going to be showcasing a 360 of her character design. In my opinion, this is one of the most unique character designs in the game. And I just wanted to quickly shout out my friend Lumine, who actually let me go on their account and actually showcase this character for you guys. A lot of people can disagree, but I do enjoy her character design. It's very nice. And now this is a close-up shot of YANFEI. So we're going to start from bottom to top. We're going to be viewing her profile, talents, constellations, and this is my first time actually looking at the characters. She almost has the same birthday as Klee, which is 7/27, also closer to my birthday as well, which is 7/27 as well. She is a well-known legal advisor active in Liyue Harbor. Now for her talents, we're going to go for a normal attack, which is called the Seal of Approval. It's a normal attack that shoots fireballs that deal up to 3 counts of pyro damage. When YANFEI's normal attacks hit enemies, they will grant her a single Scarlet Seal. YANFEI may possess a maximum of 3 Scarlet Seals, and each time this effect is triggered, the duration of currently possessed Scarlet Seals will refresh. Each Scarlet Seal will decrease YANFEI's stamina consumption and will disappear when she leaves the field. When they're talking about the Scarlet Seal, I'm not sure if they're talking about the normal attack or they're talking about something else, but we'll probably find out here. So for her charge attack, it consumes stamina and all Scarlet Seals before dealing AoE pyro damage to opponents after a short casting time. This charge attack's AoE and damage will increase accordingly to the amount of Scarlet Seals consumed. So for Scarlet Seals, I'm pretty sure at this point they're talking about the normal attacks, and like they mentioned, after you hit an enemy it will grant you a Scarlet Seal, so it does do AoE pyro damage, which means area of effect. And for her plunging attack, it gathers the power of pyro. YANFEI plunges towards the ground from mid-air, damaging all opponents in her path, dealing AoE pyro damage upon impact with the ground. So when she does actually do a plunge attack, she actually deals AoE pyro damage, which is very nice because some other characters don't, and some other characters would do a normal attack which wouldn't do as much damage compared to someone with an elemental type damage. Now for her E, it's called the Sign Edict or Edict. I'm pretty sure I pronounced it wrong, but it summons blistering flames that deal AoE pyro damage. Opponents hit by the flames will grant YANFEI the maximum number of Scarlet Seals. So this goes back to the normal attacks, Scarlet Seals, that they were talking about, and I'm pretty sure when you use your E, YANFEI would actually get her Scarlet Seals quicker from the E compared to the normal attacks. And I actually forgot skill attributes, and it's 1 hit damage 73%, 2 hit damage 65%, 3 hit damage 95%, basically all her statistics when it comes to everything they explain basically in the talent info. And the same goes for the E, skill damage 212%, cooldown 9 seconds, which is not too bad, but it could be a little shorter. Now for her Q, it triggers a spray of intense flames that rush at nearby opponents, dealing AoE pyro damage, granting YANFEI the maximum number of Scarlet Seals, and applying Brilliance to her. Brilliance has the following effects: grants YANFEI a Scarlet Seal at fixed intervals, increases the damage dealt by her charge attacks. The effects of Brilliance will end if YANFEI leaves the field or falls in a battle. So you can actually lose the Brilliance that they can grant you from using your Q just by getting killed or just randomly just falling off a cliff or taking fall damage. When you do actually use her Q, it actually increases the damage dealt by her charge attack, which is very nice because her charge attack would probably do less damage normally without the Q, and then the increase would be very nice from just this done deal Q attribute. And here's the skill attributes once again. Now this is one of her passive talents, Proviso or Proviso. When YANFEI consumes Scarlet Seals by using her charge attack, each Scarlet Seal will increase YANFEI's pyro damage bonus by 5%. This effect lasts for 6 seconds. When a charge attack is used during the effect's duration, it will dispel the previous effect. And now for her other passive talent, which is called Blazing Eye. When YANFEI's charge attack deals a crit hit to opponents, she will deal an additional instance of AoE pyro damage, equal to 80% of her attack. This damage counts as a charge attack. So what this means is when you crit hit an enemy, you'll basically do more AoE pyro damage to another enemy when you actually use her charge attack, which can happen at any time, and you do 80% of her attack, which is humongous. And now for her last passive talent, it displays the location of the nearby resources unique to Liyue on the minimap. So this last passive talent is kind of useless in my opinion when it comes to battle, but it's nice to have as a gadget. It is always a plus when a character can actually do something when it comes to actually saving materials or saving resources, and you can actually find resources unique to Liyue, which is very nice. And now for her constellation. Her first constellation is called the Law Knows No Kindness. When YANFEI uses her charge attack, each existing Scarlet Seal additionally reduces the stamina cost of this charge attack by 10% and increases resistance against interruption during its release. So when she does actually get those Scarlet Seals that they were talking about from her talents, she can basically use less stamina when it comes to her charge attack. It is by 10%, and when enemies hit YANFEI, it sometimes interrupts her attack, and this actually can resist her interruption when it comes to using her charge attack, which is very good because you don't want to get interrupted by the enemy. For her second constellation, Rite of Final Interpretation, this increases YANFEI's charge attack crit rate by 20% against enemies below 50% HP. So you do get more crit rate by 20% against enemies that do have lower than 50% HP. Pretty straightforward when it comes to this one. For her third constellation, it increases the level of Sign, Edict, or Edict, once again I don't know how to pronounce it, by 3. Maximum upgrade level is 15. This is her E attack, and it will actually increase by 3 if you do happen to use 2 crowns on it at level 11 and 12. The fourth constellation, Supreme Amnesty, when Done Deal is used, which is her Q, creates a shield that absorbs up to 45% of YANFEI's max HP for 15 seconds. This shield absorbs pyro damage 250% more effectively. For her fifth constellation, it increases the level of Done Deal, once again her Q attack, by 3. Maximum upgrade level is 15. Once again, pretty straightforward. If you want to crown it 2 times, you can get it to level 15. And for our last constellation, it increases the maximum number of Scarlet Seals by 1. They mentioned in the talents that it's actually a maximum of 3, so if you want to maximize it by 1 and get another Scarlet Seal, you probably do way more damage than when you have 3 Scarlet Seals. Now the artifacts that my friend actually has on right now is the Noblesse and Crimson Witch, which is not bad, but you can actually run the 4-piece Crimson Witch, which I heard was a better artifact set to rock, just because you can utilize that pyro damage much more when you do have the 4-piece bonus. And now for her weapon, she has the Solar Pearl, which is at level 50 right now, so hopefully we can do at least a decent amount of damage with this level 50 weapon. And now here's an overview of our character again. A well-known legal advisor once again, level 80, and here's her crit rate, crit damage. Not the best ratio, but we will work with it as long as we're using YANFEI in combat. Before we begin, I kind of want to test out the attacks. So 1, 2, 3, like they mentioned, only 3 attacks, and then her charge attack. This is how she runs. So I actually want to see how she does with her Scarlet Seals, the ones that they mentioned in the beginning. Let me just attack some enemies. Okay, so as you can see, there's actually the Scarlet Seals that they were talking about. A maximum of 3 too. Let's make sure YANFEI doesn't die, but there's 3 Scarlet Seals around YANFEI right now, which I'm pretty sure is making her do way more damage, especially with Bennett right now, but when she does have those 3 Scarlet Seals used up, or at least shown on the screen, she's basically going to do a lot of damage. And now for a Q. Ooh, okay. 7k damage. Probably didn't get crit rate right there, but her attacks are basically all pyro, which is just like Klee. People actually talked about how this was going to be an alternative when it comes to using Klee. And I actually do enjoy using her attacks. Her attacks are very fun to use. Let's try it on some Whopper Flowers. Her Scarlet Seals are used up. We're going to use Bennett's ult. 7k with her E. Her charge attacks are very fun to use. I'm not sure if you can actually cancel YANFEI's attacks just like Klee could, but I'll have to test that out another day. Alright, so we're going to be testing out the character on random enemies. Let's see how much damage we can do alone with YANFEI. 2k, 4k, 5k actually, max. Which is not too bad. Just with a level 50 weapon and with her stats that she has as of now. I could see her doing almost 10k plus or even 15k, probably even more with elemental reactions and different characters used. So they're just testing out every Q, so we're going to use Mona. We're going to gather them up with Venti. And then just use her E. And now we'll try at this Hilly Troll camp. We'll just mess around with some enemies. There's only 3 of them. 5k, all pyro once again. Make sure to heal, use Bennett's ult. And just overall, she's a very fun character to use. If you do happen to roll for YANFEI, I would highly recommend it if you just want to have a character to just run around and just kill enemies while doing her attacks. It could get repetitive a little probably in the future, but as of now, she is a new character and she just got released. So personally, I do like using her attacks because of how the animations are. And then her E attack, she has a little symbol actually after she does her charge attack, which is cool. You can't go wrong with YANFEI and Zhongli on the same banner. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So that is an overview of YANFEI, and I wanted to showcase the character to you guys for people that don't or are planning to actually get YANFEI in the future. Like I said, I would highly recommend it if you want a character to mess around with in the open world and play with your friends. And if you don't have Klee, you know, YANFEI could be an alternative, even though she doesn't look like Klee exactly. She is a pyro catalyst just like Klee. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I would really appreciate it if you guys could like the video and hopefully subscribe for future showcase characters in the future. If you guys want to let me know in the comment section down below what character you would like to see me showcase, I would really appreciate that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So see ya.
I object.